Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my third Berna's Bookish Bingo wrap-up and the creation of the third and this year's last Berna's Bookish Bingo card. I will first of all show a video clip of the books that I used for the bingo prompts and what did I rate them. After this quick summary, I will talk about my most surprising, my most disappointing, my least favorite and my favorite book among those 25 books. Most disappointing book from this card was unfortunately The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I had previously read a book by Ursula K. Le Guin and liked her writing style and her plot very much. For this book, I cannot say that I didn't like the plot because it was an interesting subject, a planet with no gender. But the execution of the book was not done well in my opinion. The book had a very uneven tempo, very slow at parts, and also I thought the very detailed description of the environment first of all felt us to feel how desperate the conditions were, but after a while it got so boring. I had no desire to continue the book. I could have DNF'd this book in the middle of the book if this book was not a book that I was reading for my book club. The most surprising book among those 25 books was the book that I chose to read for the books published in 1976, which is the year that I was born in. Not a Penny More, Not a Penny Less by Jeffrey Archer. And when I chose this book, I thought it would be a decent thriller, but I never thought that I would be so engaged in the plot, and also I never thought I would like all of the characters, including the antagonist of the story. I couldn't help but like all of the characters and wanted the best for all of them. My least favorite book was a graphic novel, Infinite Loop. This graphic novel was the book that I used for one of my favorite tropes actually, time travel. The plot of this book was based on time travel, and our heroine was sort of like a time guard who tried to destroy time anomalies when they happened. and restore the timeline back to its original. But she falls in love with a time anomaly, and then everything changes for them. Although when you say it in 2 sentences, the plot sounds interesting, but unfortunately, the many timelines really confused the reader a lot, and after a while, I sort of did not know which timeline we were in and what was really happening. And the most important of all, the sapphic love story had a clear message about tolerance, which I think is the most important message in the world. But it kept repeating itself so much. I started to feel really annoyed with the author, and I did not want to be banged in the head with a message that I even truly admire, because I can think for myself, and this graphic novel is geared towards adults, and as adults, I'm sure many of the people think like me and do not want to be banged in the head with a message, and like I was annoyed with the author, maybe they would be annoyed with the message that would actually harm the intent of the book. That's why this graphic novel was my least favorite book of this bingo card. My favorite novel, excluding the rereads in this bingo card, was still Alice. First of all, this book was not very easy to read, but it was a fabulous book. It was emotional in many different levels, which included the patient, people who are close to Alzheimer patients, and the writing style was very, very impressive. And also the fact that this book was told from the point of view of the patient was both very exciting, but at the same time very scary to read. Lisa Genova's writing is exceptionally good. For the first time in many years, I had to take breaks while reading this book because I felt emotionally exhausted at times. This showed the excellence of the book for me, and that's why this book became the favorite of this bingo card and one of my all-time favorite books ever. And we are coming to the drawing of the prompts. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I created a bingo card of 25 prompts. The prompt in the middle, which is C3, is the free prompt, and I can put whatever book that I like in the square, even if it doesn't fit any of the prompts. And this makes it, of course, easier for me to do bingos. And I'm going to draw 24 prompts from this jar, this sort of jar, and create the last bingo card for 2021. I'm very excited for this card because many of the very interesting prompts are in here. I cannot wait to see how they will line up. So let's start creating the card. The prompt for A1 is an architect character. A2 is a horror book. A3 is a chick flick. I don't call them like that, but this is the term that is commonly used. A4 is a book about books. A5 is most rated book in Goodreads. Now we are coming to row B. B1 is A book set in a small town. E2 is red cover. E3 is a character with a career you wish you had. B4 is character's name in the title. B5 is a book belonging to an adult series. We came to row C. C1 is a Turkish non-fiction book, which is great for non-fiction November. C2 is a book takes place or near the sea. C3 is the free prompt. C4 is Goodreads Choice Nominee. C5 is written in 2000s. This is the year I graduated from the university, so that's why this prompt is in here. Now row D. D1 is a short book which is less than 200 pages. D2 is a book written by a person of color. D3 is a general mystery book, which means that it does not feature a detective. D4 is an author from North America. D5 is an award-winning book. And we are coming to the last row of the last card. E1 is name of a color in the title. E2 is least rated book in Goodreads. For these prompts, I'm choosing among the 10 books in this list. E3 is internet archive books. I'm reading some of the books online free from this application. E4 is a feel-good book. The last prompt of this year is yes, another Goodreads, lowest rated in Goodreads. And this is the card that I would use for the last Berna's Bookish Bingo of 2021. There are 4 prompts that are not chosen, and I will show them to you. The first prompt that is not chosen is a book recommended by my best friend. Sorry, Ebru. A book with a yellow or orange cover. A title of more than 5 words. A book written in an epistolary form. As I mentioned in the beginning of this draw, this has been a very interesting bingo card. but I will try my best to have a blackout like the previous 3 ones. I think I can manage to do that by choosing the appropriate books. Please comment down below if you have any recommendations for the prompts that are chosen in this bingo card. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. For Turkish word of the day, since one of the prompts that was chosen is a book with an architect character, and I'm an architect as well, I thought architect should be the word of the day. Architect means mimar in Turkish, and mimar is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.